Zoom, sign name Revelation, chapter 16 and 17. And I heard a loud voice come from the Ayakal, and it said to the seven messengers, "Go out of the seven bowls of Yahuwah's wrath on the earth." So the first messenger poured out his bowl on the earth. At once, nasty and painful sores broke out on everyone who had the mark of the beast and worshipped its image. The second messenger poured out his bowl on the sea. At once, the seas turned into blood and smelled like a dead person, and every living creature in the sea died. The third messenger poured out his bowl on the rivers and on the fountains of the waters. At once, they all turned into blood. And I heard the messenger who had the power over the waters say, "You are righteous, Yahuwah. You have always been. You will always be. You had the right to judge in this way. You poured out the blood of your set-apart people and your prophets, and you have given them blood to drink, just as they deserve." After this, I heard a shout from the altar saying, "O Master, Master Yahuwah, the Al-Shadi, your judgments are righteous and fair." The fourth messenger poured out his bowl on the sun, and at once began to scorch people like they were on fire. Everyone was scorched by its great heat, and all of them cursed the name of Yahweh, who had the power over these plagues, but none of them repented, and they would not give esteem to Yahuwah. The fifth messenger poured out his bowl on the throne of the beast, and at once darkness covered his kingdom, and his people began biting their tongues in pain. And because of the pain and the sores, they cursed the Yahuwah of heaven. But none of them repented, and they kept on doing evil things. The sixth messenger poured out his bowl on the great Parat River. The river completely dried up so it could make a road for the kings from the east. Then I looked and saw 3 evil spirits that looked like frogs. One of the evil spirits came out of the mouth of the dragon. Another evil spirit came out of the mouth of the beast. And another evil spirit came out of the mouth of the false prophet. These evil spirits were demons who had the power to work miracles. They went to every king on the earth in order to bring them together for war against Yahuwah, the mighty Yahuwah. But that day will be a day of Yahuwah's great victory. Remember when the Messiah said, "Behold, I will come as a thief in the night. Favored are those who stay awake and clothed so they do not walk around naked and exposed to shame." The evil demon spirits gathered all the kings together at a place which is called in the Abari, Ahar Magadan. The seventh messenger poured out his bowl on the air, and a loud voice came out from the Ayakal, from the throne, saying, "It is done." Then there were lightning strikes, and voices, and thunder, and a great earthquake. The earthquake was greater than any other earthquake that has ever occurred since there have been people on the earth. And the great city split into 3 parts, and all the cities from every nation fell. Yahuwah, or Yahuwah, remembered the sins of the great Babel, So he gave her the cup of wine from the fierceness of his wrath. Every island disappeared, and the mountains were not found. Huge hailstones, weighing 100 pounds each, came down from heaven and fell on the people of the earth. But the people continued to curse at Yahuwah or Alua because the plague of hail was so terrible. Chapter 17. And one of the 7 messengers who had one of the 7 bowls spoke with me, saying, "Come here, I will show you the judgment of the great harlot, the prostitute, who sits on many waters. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and those who live on the earth have become drunk with the wine of her whoring." Then he carried me away in the spirit into a desert. There saw I a woman sitting on a scarlet-colored beast that was covered with blasphemous names. It had 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman wore purple and scarlet clothing. She was decked with jewelry made out of gold, precious stones, and pearls. In her hand she held a gold cup full of the vile abominations and impure things that came from her whoring. A name was written on her forehead that said, "The mysterious Babel, the Great, mother of harlots and the abominations of the earth." I saw that the woman was drunk from the blood of the set-apart people of Alua and Yahweh's, Mashiach's witnesses. I was completely appalled and amazed when I saw her. The messenger asked me, "Why are you so amazed?" I will explain the mystery of this woman and the beast that is sitting on, which has the 7 heads and 10 horns. The beast you saw is the one who used to be and no longer is. It will come back from the deep pit of the abyss, but only to be destroyed. Everyone on earth whose names were not written in the book of life will be amazed by it. The book of life was established before the world was created. They will see this beast that used to be and no longer is, but it will be no more. Anyone with wisdom can figure this out. The 7 heads that the woman is sitting on represent 7 hills. These heads are also 7 kings. 5 of the kings are dead. One is ruling now, and the other one has not yet come. But when he comes, he will only rule for a little while. You saw also a beast that used to be and no longer is. That beast is one of the 7 kings who will return as the 8th king, but only to be destroyed. The 10 horns you saw are 10 more kings who have not yet come into power. They will rule with the beast, but only for a short time. They all think alike and will give their power and authority to the beast. These kings will go to war against the Lamb, but the Lamb will defeat them because he is the Master. The Master. Scripture says there is one Master, Yahuwah. Yahusha is Yahuwah. Yahuwah is both Alua and the Lamb. Verse 14, these kings will go up to war against the Lamb, but the Lamb will defeat them because he is the Master of masters and the King of kings. His followers are the ones who accepted his calling. They are special, faithful, and will overcome with the Lamb. Yahuwah, Mashiach. And he said to me, the seas that you saw represent the prostitute sitting on. These are the crowds of people from all races, languages, and nations. The 10 horns and the beast will start to hate the harlot. They will strip her of her clothes and leave her desolate and naked He will eat her flesh and throw the rest of her body into the fire. Yahweh, our Eluah, is the one who made these kings all think alike and decide to give their power to the beast. They will all do this until what Yahweh, our Eluah, has said is accomplished. The woman you saw is the great city that rules over all the kings of the earth. The truth scriptures, the pure word. Hallelujah, Yahweh.